Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We're here and today it is the 15th of December 2024 at 7:22 p.m. No, 7:22 a.m. I woke up yesterday at 10 p.m. The day before that I went to sleep at about 8 a.m. and I woke up at about 12 a.m., which I guess is the next day. So, yeah. What's that? 8, that's 12, 16 hours of sleep. And the reason for that is I recently decided to reopen my Instagram account just because I've been feeling very lonely and I haven't had really anyone to talk to. Um, so what I did was I opened the Instagram account, and my goal with that was to just get into contact with old friends. So I did so, and it got deleted because I was like liking too many people's posts and like following too many people. It got deleted for botting. So what I did was I made another account and I came back, but then that account got deleted, and it's like, wow, the world hates me so much. The world wants me dead so much that it's like taking away my only outlet to talk to other people, my only outlet to escape from loneliness. That's so much the world wants me dead, in combination with the sickness that I've been feeling, this angry feeling in my chest that just won't go away. This pit of anger, not really in my chest, but more like in my neck towards my breastplate, my breast area. It won't go away. I feel so angry, and I've been trying to do meditation and stuff like that, but it won't go away. That angry feeling, and it's not just anger. It's like I've been crying a lot too. Like after, well, in between that first account delete, when the second account got deleted because it was really, I guess Instagram picked up that it was related to the account that I created before that had also gotten suspended, so they both got suspended, and yeah. But I made a new one, so it's not like it matters. Okay. But that really put me into a depressive spell for a while. But between that account being deleted and the other account being deleted, I I was like listening to music and stuff like that. I have a playlist on my channel, just different songs that I like, and I was just listening to them, and like, dude, I was crying my fucking eyes out, just over like my own like things that are going on in my life, and just like the state of the world. Like I was watching the music video for Rooster by Alice in Chains, and it's like, damn, bro. No, not even that, not just that, but like the one of the channels that I like, it's called Ho Chi Minh. They post um, it's like they post different music video, not music videos, but like music over footage from like different countries in East Asia, like communist countries and fascist countries. But I just it made me very sad to think that um such violent means need to be attained. Like people need to like it makes me sad to think that like such violence needs to be used to attain freedom. Like that shouldn't be, not even freedom, but like such violence needs to be used to attain any sort of end goal, or at least like that sort of like overarching political end goal. Like it hurts to think that violence is necessary in this world, that aggression is necessary in this world, that prejudice and um, hostility are necessary in this world, but not necessarily necessary, not necessarily that they're necessary, but just the fact that they exist in this world altogether, and that they're used to as a means to an end, when people, I believe, should be using other means to an end. Like I used to believe that the ends justify the means, Um, that was something I believed, and to an extent, I really don't even know anymore. I really don't know. This world is just so um such a funny place sometimes. But I was watching. It's funny because I was watching. Um, oh fuck, is the brightness going up? It's early in the morning. The sky. Hmm, I wouldn't say it's overcast, but there's definite. Hmm. I just got some fucking nostalgia thinking back to my middle school years where I would walk to school around this time, but 7:20. I'd walk to school at about 7:50. Oh, but God, just the atmosphere of this place. It's so sad that I'm in this same place, but yet I don't have that same joy that I had when I was younger. Um, and I was miserable when I was younger, but yet looking back on it, like there were so many positive like moments in those times where I felt so miserable. Sky is a light, pale shade of blue, covered by purple clouds, tinted with a reddish pink. Or reddish pink? Is that even a fucking reddish pink? The sky's a very pastel color, like pastel pink, pastel purple. Like the clouds, some are pastel pink, and then some are this like gray, huge gray mass in the sky is just a pastel purple. I don't even know if pastel is the word. I'm not too familiar with colors, but we're just gonna go with pastel. But anyways, I recently rewatched The Devil's Rejects, which is a Rob Zombie film, and I've been thinking about like the behavior of the Firefly family, just like why they do what they do. Um, I mean, like there's a huge contrast between like the behavior of the Firefly family in House of a Thousand Corpses as opposed to the Devil's Rejects, because House of a Thousand Corpses is just more like they're connected with like there's more of a satanic element, more of like a surreal vibe, like what the fuck is even going on here kind of thing. It's more of a horror movie. It's definitely a horror movie, House of a Thousand Corpses, whereas The Devil's Rejects is more of a crime movie, crime related movie. Like it shows them less as these like sadistic murderers and more as these like people that are driven to crime for one reason or another. And I think that the reason that they're so driven to crime is I believe they have a hatred for, I wouldn't say society. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say they have a hatred for society, but they have a hatred for elements in society that are opposed to them and their existence fundamentally. Like at least going back to House of a Thousand Corpses, like Otis has this speech where he's like has these five cheerleaders in a room, and he's talking about how he's what does he say? He How does someone of such common stock arrive a leader of the rebellion? Like I believe that they think because like even with the like the symbolism of the Confederate flag, I think that they view themselves as like societal rebels, which in a way in a way they are, because I mean they're human too. Like looking at Devil's Rejects, it really humanizes the characters in the who were like the main antagonists in the first movie. So that would be Otis, Baby, and Captain Spaulding. Really humanizes those three characters, and I wouldn't necessarily say that those are like, because I've been like looking into antisocial personality disorder, um, like sociopaths and psychopaths, and I wouldn't necessarily be able to say whether or not um like I don't have a fucking degree in psychology or anything like that, but I don't know. Like assuming that they're psychopaths, from what I understand about psychopaths, they don't have emotion. They fake their emotions, smiling, happiness, sadness, like shit like that, like faking your emotions, lying all the fucking time, manipulating others for personal gain. Like obviously, they're like they have behavior like that, right? But they're also like very human people. Like they have like such a human connection to each other. Um, and they definitely love each other. Like looking at the scene towards the end of the movie where Otis, Baby, and Captain Spaulding are all tied to a chair. They're tied to chairs, and what's his name? Officer Wydell has them cornered, and he's like showing them pictures of their victims and like stapling it to their chests. And he shows Baby like a picture of their mom. What was her name? Mama Firefly. I really don't remember, but a picture of like, cause he like he had caught her. That was the only like member of the Firefly family that had Should I like go into the? No, I'm just gonna fucking like talk about it a little bit, but like so like at the beginning of the movie, that's the only character that really gets caught right off the bat. Like she tries to kill herself, tries to do that, but she just isn't really able to, just because there's no bullets in the gun that she has. Um, but he like another thing too is like in terms of like police officers, right? It hurts to think that like someone would be driven to such malicious behavior, um, like in it, like because from the perspective of the Firefly family, it's like it's presented like killing is like a part of their nature. Like killing other people is a part of their nature. They do it for fun. They have fun doing it. They're sadistic killers. But yet, Wydell, I mean, he has a screw loose or whatever. But I don't know. It sucks to think that people are driven to such behavior, even in like pursuit of an enemy. Like the fact that like purity is tainted like that. Like the pure, like when you think of the law, the idealized form of the law is like justice. It's going to be fair. It's not going to be very violent. It's only violent if it has to be. But like Wydell, he took pleasure in violence in a way that law officers aren't supposed to. They really aren't. Like it really like they turn the tables like in the Devil's Rejects really turn the tables on the Firefly family, because in the Firefly family they were the victors, they were the ones that were winning. They I mean they were the like they there were no survivors, like the people that are supposed to survive typically in a horror movie, like the final girl or whatever, she died, got captured, killed. um but in the Devil's Rejects, at least towards the end of the movie, they're at the receiving end of the torture, which is like it's an interesting turning of the tables. And I don't think that just because they are sadistic killers as them, like just because they are sadistic killers doesn't mean that they have to be subjected to that same treatment, that same like humiliation by society, calling them freaks, especially talking about like the South. Like going back to another movie that really captures that same like atmosphere. At least I think the atmosphere that they were trying to capture of like going out into the country and getting like fucking killed by like psychos. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? Like that. Those people are like really like they go into they fall under like the stereotype of like low IQ, um, like country backwater people, right? But I feel like the characters in the House of a Thousand Corpses and the Devil's Rejects really want to reject that stereotype, and they're fed up with that because I mean that like stereotype of people from the country, people from the South being like these backwater individuals, like lower class, like hick individuals that really have no value. That's like it's ridiculous because I mean just because you don't have the same level of education as someone who goes to Harvard or something like that doesn't mean that you're not a smart person. Like smart like intelligence really is like related to pattern analysis. There's fluid intelligence, which is like the ability to learn, and then I think there's like generalized intelligence, which is like your body of knowledge, right? Like the Firefly family, like Captain Spaulding, Otis, and Baby, like they're very smart people. They know what they're doing. Like, of course they're killers. Like, I'm not saying that they're not sadistic killers. Like, they're obviously fucking like there's something going on with them, right? But they're not these low IQ, um, and like they're not individuals that can be degraded. Like, even supposing they did have like a low IQ or anything like that, like that doesn't really mean that they don't that doesn't mean that they have less value as human beings. Like they're still human beings. Like would you like treat like a special ed kid with the same hostility that you show someone from the country just because you think oh they're stupid? Oh, like would you say that to an autistic kid? I don't think you would because you'd get beat the fuck up. Um I mean you wouldn't like if you like people say that shit to like kids in like middle school all the time. Like, I don't know if it happens nowadays, but like, at least when I was going to middle school, um, that's just like the mentality. Like, there was a lot of bullying when I was in middle school. That's just how kids are. But when I got to high school, like you see like movies of like the '80s and the '90s of like people getting fucking bullied in high school, like getting their heads shoved in toilets and stuff like that. And I mean that obviously happened. Like there was I'm not gonna lie, there was some bullying when I was in high school, but when it came to high school, like the kids that are typically bullied, either they found a group to fit in with, or they're just like completely like socially ostracized. Not in the sense that they're like hit on like beat up or whatever, but like to the extent that they're like ignored as individuals. Like I feel like I was ignored as an individual when I was in high school, and I wouldn't call that bullying. I would just say like it kind of fit in with my behavior because I was very standoffish. Like I guess people have the impression when I was in high school that I hated people, and I didn't really hate other people. I just like didn't really want to talk to anyone in particular. I was just well, not very cautious. I was under the impression that like friendships happened kind of naturally. Like I don't really have to go up to anyone and talk to them. Like they'll talk to me or whatever. Or like we'll get put into a project or wherever. We'll start bonding and we'll you know things will happen naturally and I don't have to do them myself, right? But I mean that's not always the case. Um, you should try to treat like the ideal would be to treat everyone with kindness, right? Treat everyone with compassion. Um, but it doesn't always work out that way. Like I don't want to treat everyone with compassion. Like thinking about treating absolutely everyone with compassion makes me sick. Makes me very sick to think. Like cuz some people you just want to like cheat like some people are very manipulative Some people are very aggressive. Some people are very violent to the point where you don't want to treat them with any sort of compassion, right? Like you just want to like like return the favor. It's like eye for an eye type behavior. Like it's there's one side where it's like the golden rule of like treat others the way you want to be treated, and then there's the other side of like eye for an eye. This person does something fucked up to me, therefore I'll do something fucked up to them. That's retribution, right? Retribution versus like I guess they're two different forms of justice. Like retribution versus compassion, right? And I guess there's like a gray area between those two that can be reached, but I'm not entirely well. I don't know. I feel because some people think that like eye for an eye is like the ideal form of justice that we should have. Eye for an eye instead of like the golden rule. But I don't think so. Because I think that if we treated everyone like with respect and with compassion from the get go, um, and it identify elements in society that don't necessarily fit in with that pattern of compassion, um, and put them in a more nurturing environment to the extent that they aren't subjected to. Because if you're an uncompassionate person, like I don't like have compassion normally for other people. Um, I can be very violent. I can be very aggressive. I wouldn't say I'm manipulative, but I can definitely like because I've been reading into like empathy and stuff like that, and it's like people who are very empathetic, people always go to them for help, right? People always go to them for advice and stuff like that. Yet for me, it's like no one ever comes to me for advice. No one ever comes to me for help for anything. If they come to me for help, at least back when I was going to school, it's like, hey, can you help me with this assignment? And it's like my view of helping others is to the extent where I'll give you help if I want to give you help. But if you ask me for help, I'll give you nothing. Because if somebody asks me for help, it's like the thought comes into my mind of like, is this person trying to use me? Like, are they trying to exploit me and use me for their own personal gain? Is that why they're asking me for help? Like, if I help them this time, is it going to be like, oh, if I feed this cat and it's going to keep coming back, coming back, coming back? Which, like, even that's not like a terrible thing to do. Like, feeding cats is nice, but I grew up around people that really don't have that mentality. So I mean, it makes sense because, like, I mean, you really like, like feeding the cat, right? Like giving another person compassion, helping another person. It's inviting them into your life and giving, like, it's giving you another mouth to feed when you might already be struggling yourself. Um, as far as like feeding cats and feeding like stray animals. But when it comes to people, right? Like helping other people, it opens up the door to like manipulation and opens up the door for you being used. Like there's this content creator I like. His name is Paul Zigo. Well, I don't know if I don't think he goes by Paul Zigo anymore. I think he goes by like Ideologue or something like that. But he's a pretty good channel. He's a pretty good channel. I definitely recommend him. He's more like left leaning, but he definitely has a lot of interesting things to say. He had an interesting life. He has an interesting life. He's still alive. Um, but like he was telling a story of like he had these friends. Like he was in a situation where the people that he thought were his friends would always ask him for because I guess he's like a very empathetic person. Like the people that he knows would always ask him for favors, and they'd be like, "Paul, can I have this? Paul, can I have that? Paul, can I crash at your house?" And then when he tried to ask them for shit, he'd be like, "Oh, no, 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 no!" Like his friends would not give him the same sort of like helpful. They wouldn't like going back to the golden rule. It's like treat others the way you want to be treated. Paul would give them help, but yet they would give him jack shit. They wouldn't help him at all to the point where like that treatment The world gave him that treatment, right? Of where I'm going to treat others the way I want to be treated. Paul said that, right? Well, he didn't say that, but I mean, like, it is like, just go with it, right? Go with it. So Paul said that to himself, like, I'm gonna treat others the way I want to be treated. I'm gonna be a very helpful person, right? Help these people, because I don't want to see them get hurt. I want to see them happy, and I think that if I help them be happy, they'll help me be happy in my time of need. And go into that situation where he was in his time of need, and they just say, nah, bro, I don't think so. I'm going through my own shit right now. Like, dude, he was going through his own shit, and he helped you. Now he's going through his own shit, and it's even worse, and you don't fucking do a goddamn thing for him. That corrupted his view of the world to the extent where, like, he was in another situation where, like, he wanted to help out another one of his friends that was struggling. And, like, the world fucked with his mind so much that it's like, if I help this person, they're just gonna fucking use me just like everyone else has done. And that's the mentality that I have. So I get it. It's very hard to help other people. Um because other people are terrible. Other other people are terrible. Because there's some good people. There's some genuinely good people in this world. But it feels like those genuinely good people in this world, they just get bloop. Like Gandhi got shot. Um my great grandmother, rest her soul. She's still alive. But I mean, she's been through a lot, and I don't know. I just you would think that like if there was like a god or like a deity that like people like that wouldn't be treated like shit all the time, right? Or like they wouldn't be dealt the losing hand all the fucking time. It seems not all the time. Like they have their ups and downs and stuff like that. But I mean, it seems like people like let's say you're like a good person, right? A good person. Or you're a bad person, right? No matter what, it feels like you get fucked over in the end, right? That's how I feel. That's how I feel about things. No matter what you do, you're still gonna get fucked over. That's just the planet Earth. That's just the world we live in. And I think that's the mentality that the members of the Devil's Rejects have. Well, I was saying Firefly family, but they were also called the Devil's Rejects, right? Firefly family, Devil's Rejects. So they have that. I don't know if they necessarily have them because they were described as like a satanic cult, but I don't think that they were like really a satanic cult. I think they were just a bunch of criminals that were trying to have fun. Because I mean, like you living out in the country, not much to do, right? They're probably bored all the fucking time. Probably a boring ass life to live, and I mean, but it's their life, right? It's their life. It's their way of life, and it's constantly being shit upon by people in society that like the people that they're like. Think about who they're like attacking in society. Like think about the first movie. Who are they attacking in society? Like the middle class people who don't have they have a view of like how the world is, right? Like, oh, these people are suffering. These people in Africa, they're suffering. Oh, Israel, Palestine. Oh, they're suffering so much, right? Yeah, they're suffering a lot. They're suffering a lot. But guess what? You ain't doing a fucking goddamn thing to help them, right? So shut the fuck up. Phew, die. That's just how it is. Like the level of hypocrisy in society. Like the people at the top, if I'm not mistaken, they don't really give a fuck. But I mean that like they're like untouchable. They're the people at the top, right? I mean they're not untouchable. Like the Romanovs, they got shot. They're touchable just like everyone else is. They have a time and a place where they're touchable. But the middle class is touchable all the time. They're touchable all the time. And the middle class, the bourgeoisie, they're the people that fucking start the revolution. They lead the revolution. The lower class is fucking powerless most of the time. They're the bulk of humanity, but like, dude, they're fucking powerless. The middle class has power. The middle class has power, but the middle class, from what I understand, is always being constantly like eroded. But then again, I don't know too much about politics or class struggles or anything like that, and I don't really give a fuck. So it is what it is, right? If you're in the middle class, I'm also in the middle class. Have a nice day, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I care more about the people at home than I do. Well, I care more about. I guess I care more about Americans than I do. I don't know. It's like it's okay to do advocacy, right? But like when you're protesting in the street for like a different fucking country, I don't mean to get political. Probably shouldn't get political. Um, but like if you really care about Israel and Palestine, go fucking fight their dumbass war. Go do it. Go do it. Go fight. Go fight it. Go die in Israel and Palestine, a place where you really don't even give a shit about. Like if you're in the middle class, you'd rather be at home, fucking drinking a beer or something, or oh, you're in college, right? You'd rather be fucking reading your books than being shot in the head in fucking Palestine, right? And if you'd rather be in Palestine, fucking go there. Cause I don't want to be in Palestine. I don't really care about Israel or Palestine. It would be nice if they just got fucking wiped off the face of the planet, like the Holy Land or whatever, wiped out. Please, please wipe them out. Donald Trump, fucking whatever. Please, please, please nuke them. I'm not saying they should. Well, I don't I don't know if that's like I don't know. I don't genuinely think they should be nuked. I just wish they would get over their fucking dumbass bullshit already. Like I guess we're gonna talk about Israel and Palestine right now because I feel like talking about it because people are making such a big fucking deal about it. But I'm going back to Israel and Palestine, right? The Israelis living in Israel right now, they are natural born citizens. Well, they like I don't really give a fuck about Israel's fucking claim to the Holy Land like 1,000 fucking years ago. That was 1,000 years ago, nigga. It don't mean shit. But like the people that are living there now, the Israelis and the Palestinians, right? The Arab Palestinians, Jewish Israelis. I'm like not all of them are Jewish, but the Israelis, right? Of Jewish, well, because being Jewish is like it's an ethnic group, and then it's an ethnic group, and then it's also a religion. You can be both. You can be Jewish and not ethnically Jewish. You can be um, ethnically Jewish, religiously Jewish. Anyways, they both have a stake in their land, and I think it's ridiculous that they just can't like combine like with each other. Like get rid of the like radicals that are like causing instability in society on both sides. Like just like put them in like I don't even know. I'm gonna say re-education camps or whatever. Um, but I'm sure there's a more peaceful way that it can be done. Like not necessarily re-education camps, but environments in which like they can, like I said before, with the people that like are manipulative and deceitful and like have a pattern of violence, like antisocial people with like sociopaths and psychopaths and stuff like that. People with antisocial traits that have grown up in environments of violence, like environments where violence was acceptable, violence and manipulation were acceptable, and it was needed as like a way to survive, like inner city kids. Um, I'm like it's not the same exact thing, but like they're both really shitty fucking environments to live in. Being in the inner city, the cops don't care about you. Gunfire all the time. Oh, your friend just got shot. Well, it is what it is, right? Not much to do. Yeah, might as well join this gang, right? Then Palestine, right? I'm poor. Gunfire all the time. Getting bombed. My friend, what's an Islamic name? Saeed. My friend Saeed just died. Don't know what to do. You know what? I'm gonna join Hamas. What's the Hamas slogan? I don't even know. La ilaha illallah. That's just regular Muslim. That's the Shahada. La ilaha illallah. But I mean, every Muslim says that, so it's not anything special. I mean, it is special to them. Um, but I mean it's not like associated with any particular like extremist group or anything like that. It's just like a broad thing. It's just it's sad that like both sides won't get past their shit and just like unite as a people. Like if you both want Israel, like if you both want Jerusalem, right? Why can't you run it as a joint country? Like not even like cuz Palestine is like Gaza and the West Bank, right? I don't exactly know what the fucking the parameters of is Palestine are anymore cuz I don't know. There's a lot going on there and I don't really pay attention to it cuz I don't really care about Israel and Palestine. That whole war really means nothing to me. Like, oh, you say like, "Oh, there's so much violence in that war. Oh, there's so much death, so much violence, so much assaults, right? In that war, people are scared. People are dying on both sides. Oh, the innocent Palestinians. Oh, the innocent Israelis. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bloody murder." But that's every single fucking war in history, dude. That is every ethnic, religious, political conflict in fucking history. I wouldn't say it's. I don't know. I really don't know. Instead of caring about instead of like doing that, like going in the street and fucking protesting for something that you don't even really give a shit about, like I care about fucking Hamas, not Hamas, but like I care about fucking Palestine, I care about fucking Israel, right? Instead of like going out in the street and like being a bunch of fucking retards in the United States of America, why don't you fucking actually go do something like donate fucking money or not even go dude, because like where's that money going? Fucking nowhere, dude. It's just going to the fucking war effort. Why don't you go and fucking advocate for peace somehow in that fucking country? Like, go to Israel, go to Palestine, and fucking advocate for peace. If you genuinely care about it that much that you're fucking exercising your right as an American citizen to protest for that dumbass bullshit. Like, really? Like, going back to, like, at conflicts like Vietnam, right? Like, it's just so fucking ridiculous, dude. Like at least that kind of protest made sense. Like it was concerned with like American fucking soldiers. Like bring those niggas home. We don't want to fucking be there. Bring us home right now. We are killing innocent Vietnamese. We don't. They don't even want us in their country. We should leave, right? Like that was concerned with like American lives, right? What the Americans were doing. Whereas, I mean, like when it comes to like aid or not, when it comes to like what the Americans are doing for the Israelis and the Palestinians, right? It comes mainly in the form of, I believe, monetary aid. Monetary aid so they can like have more weapons to kill each other, right? If you genuinely care that much about Israel and Palestine, why don't you fucking march on Washington D.C. Or that's pretty fucking crazy. Um, but like fucking just protest the American government and the fucking money that they're giving both sides. Like they shouldn't be supporting that goddamn war effort. It's their business as a people. Like it's their conflict. It's not our conflict to be involved in my opinion. Like we have a stake in it because I mean Israel is our ally or whatever. Like in from that standpoint. But at the same time, like George Washington was like steer clear of permanent alliances. There are always going to be countries that we can ally ourselves with. Like, sure, we can voice our support for a particular side, and like talking about like the American government, like it's not a monotonous thing. Like it's it's not like one fucking unanimous fucking thing. Like, oh, the American government says this. Like the American government is fucking made up of so many multiple elements, so many varying elements. The American government is saying a lot of fucking things, dude. A lot of fucking things. Doing a lot of fucking things. Oh, I didn't expect to be talking about this shit for. I don't even really care about it. It's just like the middle class, right? Middle class America really grinds my gears. If you're in the middle class of America, go work for construction job or something. Go go eat your apple pie and um go watch your Seinfeld. Yeah, that's what the middle class does. I don't know, because even the middle class has struggles. Like everyone struggles. Everyone struggles. I think people should advocate for themselves and their own like personal allies. Because like, are you as an individual allied with Palestine? Like, is the Palestinian government gonna fucking be like, oh yeah, Mary and fucking Joseph, or no, those are biblical fucking names. Matthew, that's another biblical name. Well, okay, Matthew and Rebecca, right? Are they gonna help out Matthew and Rebecca, college students, right? Studying at the University of what state is the most populous? Studying at UCLA, right? Okay, so um, Jonathan is a better name. Jonathan and Rebecca, right? Is the state of Palestine or the state of Israel going to give two shits about fucking Jonathan and Rebecca studying at UCLA? They're not going to do shit for you. They're not your fucking allies. Are you part of the US government? No. Who are your allies? The people that you fucking know around you. Yeah, you're a middle class person. Advocate for middle class rights. Advocate for workers' rights. Advocate if you genuinely care about the lower class in America. Advocate for the lower class in America. Go live with them. Go experience what they have to experience and learn from them and learn how to support them as American. Like if you genuinely care about like a if you like it's just so much like conflicting pieces of information. But anyways, I don't think that Otis and Baby and I don't think that the Devil's Rejects would be advocating for Israel or Palestine. I think they would just be killing people. Because isn't that what life is all about? Isn't that what life is all about? You know, not God. The devil. The devil loves the Italian people. The devil loves Italians. Do you know why? Because when Dante Alighieri, when he went down to hell, he gave Satan a bowl of spaghetti, and Satan was like, "Dude, this shit is fucking delicious. I love your people." Like he thought Satan he thought back to what do I know about Italians? Where are they from? Hmm. Ah, yes, the Romans. What do I know about the Romans? They killed the savior of mankind, and they used to watch people get ripped to death by lions in their stadiums, and they would cheer for it. Wow, that's interesting. I love the Italian people now. And then he gave Dante Alighieri a handshake. He was like, dude, thank you for coming to visit me, bro. Thank you for this fucking spaghetti. I love Italy. There's gonna be this guy in a couple hundred years. His name's gonna be Benito. Trust me, bro. He's gonna make the world a better place. Devil gave him a smile. And was like, now it's time to go to purgatory. Send him to purgatory. Dude, is there a bird here? Anyways, Satan loves the Italian people. God, um, well, he loves the Italian people too. You know, why do you think the Italian people have such nice cars, such good ice cream, such good horror movies? Because they're blessed by fucking Jesus Christ himself. Jesus Christ, you know, people say that he was Jewish, but you know, I think we all know that he was Italian. He spoke the Italian. He's like Jesus Christ spoke Italian, perfect Italian. Oh, dude, the fucking camera is like the camera is like the light is fucking with me, making me angry. 42. Let it be dark. Let it be light. Um, it's because it's getting brighter outside. Like I remember earlier, I was talking about how the clouds were like pastel pink and purple. Well, now the sky is like I want to say cyan blue. I don't know if it's cyan blue, but definitely like not mm, like a pale, not really pale. It's like it's a shade of blue. I couldn't really describe what kind of shade of blue it is. It's not very windy outside. It is fucking the trees are not moving, the leaves are not moving. But sunnier. Clouds are white. Such is life. Such is life. Oh wow. Anyways, I've been thinking about going to therapy, but like I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. I'm not taking the pills, and guess what? I'm never gonna take them again. There you go. There you go. Psychiatry. Well, I don't know. I wish I could find a chemical combination that set my brain right. But like, even the people that I see taking antipsychotics, antidepressants, they seem pretty miserable. Um, therapy. I don't know. It's definitely something to consider. And consider I may, consider I might. In a grave, I might sleep tonight, or tomorrow, or like in a week. Um, assuming that, the CIA comes and gets me, finally. But it seems like the dogs are having fun. They were up last night at like 1 a.m. when I was making myself some breakfast, dinner, lunch. I was making myself a meal, and like I looked outside, and they were still awake, fucking barking, running around. It is what it is. They're dogs. Do I have anything else to talk about? Life is sad. Life makes me angry. Life makes me depressed. Life makes me miserable. I feel like the world is against me. Every corner I take, the world is trying to step on me like a bug. It's trying to destroy my purity as a person and make me into the person that I do not want to be. In a million years is a direction that I feel pulled towards all the time. All the time as of about 2 years ago. Still don't have a job. Thinking about going back to college. But I'm also thinking about a lot of other things. Um it's hard to think about certain things. When you're struggling. Well, would I say I'm I'm struggling? Yeah, I'm doing pretty bad. Not having a good time. But hey, at least I have internet and a computer. At least I have you. least I have you. The one person who stays with me no matter what. The one person I love in this world. You. At least I still have you. I love you. Please don't ever leave me. I need you. Do I have anything else to say about the Devil's Rejects? Um, there's 3 movies. It's House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and Three from Hell. They're human beings. They're not devils. They're not evil. If you think that they are evil, there's a piece of them inside of every single one of us. So what does that say about you and everyone you love? They're evil too. They're evil too. Very evil. So, when you're interacting with people like that, or you ever encounter someone that's a quote unquote red flag, quote unquote, girl, I should have stayed away from him type shit. Um, I'm lonely. People like that are very lonely. Because people like that get shit on all the time, hurt all the time. They don't trust anyone. Well, I guess it depends on the person. Because red flag can mean there's a lot of red flags. Like for me, red flags are like people who listen to K-pop, which I'm sure there's some good K-pop, but like if you're a girl and you say I listen to K-pop, it's like, and I was interested in you, it's like, maybe I can fix her. I can fix her. Definitely, I can fix her. Yeah, I can fix her. Oh, look, a cat. Kitty, kitty. I don't know how to interact with animals. The thing is, like, oh, dude, there's 2 cats. There's an orange one and there's a black one, and they're sitting under my grandfather's truck. Oh, dude, there's 3 cats. Dude, there's like a bunch of fucking cats, dude. That's crazy. Hey, kitty. There's a calico cat right there. Well, orange cat, black cat, and a calico cat. They're probably just passing by. Hey, kitty. Well, he looks angry. I wonder where they're from. Meow. 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 I want to get close to them, but I feel like if I get close to them, they're just gonna run away. Because I think they're alley cats. Either that or they belong to someone else. But anyways, not much else to speak of. Treat everyone with respect if you can. But if you're being hurt or whatever, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, type shit. Because cats, I hear women like cats. I like cats too. Cats are very nice. They're nice individuals, nice creatures. But cats are they're bloodthirsty monsters. Cats are bloodthirsty monsters. They kill birds for fun, and they give it to you, and they think that it's a present, which is interesting. Then again, dogs, they like when they see chickens, they fucking go crazy. Big dogs, at least, they see chicken, they kill it. That's just how dogs are. Humans are just like that, like animals, cats, dogs, humans, they're just like that. Bloodthirsty, ready to kill. Such is life. Such is life. So, until we meet again, mata ne. See you later. Have a very nice day. Take care of yourself. If I love you, I love you. If I don't, I'm sorry. Um, bye bye.